welcome to Sprawl and Brawl. It's episode number 81. It is Monday, January 15th, the show where we talk about MMA and striking combat and combat sports and all that good stuff. I am Wombat, if I didn't already say that. Steiner's not over there.
Hello.
He's in Calgary. I'm in Ottawa. That's a Canada.
Canada.
Is that how you say it?
Canada.
I don't know. It's like Canada or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I watch a lot of Van Damme movies, so he says things weird. I don't know. Megascripture.com, VODs, MP3s of this show. Go check it out. They're all available there.
Are we not the village? Is what Canada actually means in Cree or something like that?
Yes, it's the village in whatever native country, native language it was at the time. I forget what it was. So yeah, go check out our podcast. It's available on Apple Podcasts, Podcast Addict, or wherever else you can find podcasts, because they pretty much just all use the iTunes feed anyways. And then you can find us live on YouTube, Twitch, and Mixer, and the channel name is Megascorcher TV. Megascorcher TV. So go check us out there as well. Let's start with some news. Why not? So Frankie Edgar and Max Holloway got added to UFC 222. So that match is now back on. Cool. That was like the only option. I forget where UFC 222 is, but Vegas. It's in Vegas. So yeah, maybe next fight for a Holloway will be in Hawaii. Maybe.
Yeah, Hawaii. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Dana was talking about it. He said that he was trying to make it work and that doing an outdoor show sucks, but that seems to be the plan and they gotta figure it out and shit.
I don't. Honolulu really makes the only place that could actually handle something like that, I'm sure. And there's not much space. Like, you'd have to not do it in Honolulu and go out towards do it
on the beach.
Yeah. I don't know. Oahu's a pretty small island, and there's a lot of forest and shit everywhere that there isn't buildings. So I don't know how you're gonna do. Like they do have a stadium there. So I would think they would do it in that, it's like a college football stadium or something, so it's open.
Yeah.
But like doing it in a football stadium, I don't know how you do that. I don't know if they would build up around the ring, or because you're not going to be able to just have that much floor seating.
No, you got to go WCW style, and you just have like 200 seats, and you charge nothing for it. Just say, fuck it, we're losing money on it, just fuck it. Just WCW style. But no, it's UFC. They're not going to do that.
No.
Hey, talk about UFC. Jimmy Smith has now signed with them. So that's official. That happened over the last week. And also, Big John is going to commentate on Bellator and take Jimmy Smith's place as color commentator. And he says that he's not fully retired as a ref, but this is his main focus. Yeah. So he's probably
he's no longer an active referee. Active.
Oh, all right.
So he's still technically a senior referee within whatever refereeing association that does MMA.
Yeah, so he probably still oversees a lot of like who does what event.
Exactly. So if something weird or stupid happens, he'll be called upon probably by an athletic commission type thing. He won't be in
the cage then.
Correct.
All right. Well, goddamn, Big John's done.
Yeah. Well, he's been doing it since 2. Mm-hmm. So
I wonder how Big John's going to do at commentary, because I've heard him on podcasts and stuff, and he does a fine job at speaking.
Yeah, no, he speaks quite well.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's done a lot of public speaking too, because he's a cop and all that too. So
yeah,
or a former cop. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Not longer a cop, but I'm sure he does a lot of public speaking outside.
Yeah, no, he is well spoken, clear, precise. So and knows a fuck ton
That
about
doesn't
fighting,
necessarily mean he'll be good at color commentating, but we'll
no,
see.
but yeah, like it's. I think he would be a lot more like DC would be.
I wonder if he's done it before. Has Big John commentated before? There you go. I'm gonna let Google answer this for me.
Yeah.
No, it's all about him being a commentator now, so I can't answer.
Yeah. But yeah, no, like he knows his shit, and so I think he'd be a bit more like DC. Like it might take him a little bit, but
when there's a fuck up in the cage, he'll be like, "Oh well, that he fucked that up. Way to go, ref."
Yeah. That should be an interesting thing. It's like like the whole thing, like with what happened with Holly Holm and like her getting punched after the bell, or like what, like.
Well, you had fucking Mark Ratner there, and he fucking doesn't know shit either. So I don't know.
I don't know
what to think about anybody anymore, and that does anything in MMA ruling and judging and all that shit. I fucking don't know what's going on in that shit show, that shithole, that shithole
but the thing
country
is, John is like he went on the MMA Hour the day after and talked to like, no, this is what should have happened. It was a horrible fuck up, and that's what should have happened, and they didn't do that, and yeah, Holly got pretty screwed over.
I forget what that fuck up was. I think was it boxing, but they showed. Oh yeah, because it was HBO, and it was Ratner, and he's like, I saw the replay, and it was a punch to the back of the head. It was illegal. Blah blah blah. Was it a punch to the back of the head? I forget. Anyways. And then HBO was like, I don't know where you saw that replay, but that was not our guy, and I don't know who you were talking to, but here's the replay. He's like, oh, okay, we're gonna have to redo that. I forget, that was last year. I forget what boxing fight it was, but it was definitely boxing. It was in Vegas. I forget. Anyways, yeah. Big John.
I still think Big John was the best ref. Like,
sure.
Him and Murgila. Fuck, I cannot say his last name.
You like Murgliata?
Murgila, yeah.
I feel like a lot of people hate him.
Why? I don't like.
Murgliata's terrible.
Which one?
Are you thinking about the right dude?
The big dude. He's big.
Dan's okay. I'm not a huge fan of Dan. There's
he doesn't fuck up as much.
Who's there's one guy better than him. Not Herb Dean. Herb Dean has his moments of greatness. But,
yeah.
Damn. I don't know. There's one dude that I'm blanking on. Hey, Mario Yamasaki came back to the UFC this weekend.
Yeah.
That was something.
I saw that.
He wasn't doing his heart thing anymore.
No.
That's funny. I laughed when he wasn't doing it. Anyways, hey, Vitor Belfort wants to fight Bisping now that his fight got canceled this weekend, and England retire him.
Yeah.
And he also said that if he fights after this, he wants at least $100,000. So, yeah, I guess Ryzen could maybe pay him that.
Yeah.
But besides them, I don't. Well, Bellator could maybe pay him that.
I don't think that would be a good buy for Bellator, honestly.
$100,000. It depends who you put him against. If you have some kind of grudge match, you can put up there
for a fight, maybe, but signing him to a multi-fight deal, like outside of Ryzen.
So here's what's gonna happen. Vitor's gonna lose against Bisping. All right. Okay. Follow me. Okay. Okay. And then Fedor is gonna lose against Frank Mir, and then you put Vitor versus Fedor.
That's a heavyweight versus
Japan,
a middleweight.
In Japan.
Japan.
But you let them juice to the gills. Well, Fedor's never. He might have done a little bit, but you could tell he's never really been the jacked up dude.
No. I don't say. Yeah, I don't think Fedor's done too much, if anything. But, and again, I'm not saying that Vitor was going beyond his
for sure. I'm
doctor's recommendation,
cheating, but he played within the game at the time.
The rules, yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, but again, like just a 40-year-old dude that's been fighting for 25 years that has a body of a 30-year-old is a scary motherfucker. And that's essentially what TRT Vitor was, and he was a scary motherfucker.
Oh yeah, he almost killed John Jones.
Yeah, well, killed, but he took his arm with like, dude, like there was popping and crack, like you could hear it during the fight. There was popping and cracking, weird noises. But yeah, but again, all the cocaine John took, he just went through it, didn't feel it.
So our next news item here, I actually have a gift for it too. So Pat Healy was in, I guess this event was in Germany, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on where it was, but it was somewhere. I'm pretty sure. Oh, it was in Russia. It was in Russia. I don't know why I thought Germany. They do shows everywhere though. ACB. They've done a show in Montreal not too long ago. Anyways, this was Pat Healy, his first fight in ACB, and he lost pretty handily.
Yeah.
Got punched in the face a lot. One time, and then he couldn't really defend after that, and he just got punched in the face some more, and that was the fight. You know, it was an alright fight. It didn't last too long, but he retired after this fight. So Pat Healy no longer fighting, which I mean, he's old now, so he should probably retire. But it's kind of sad to me because Pat Healy's pretty alright. He's an entertaining fighter. He's been around for a long time. Yeah. Do you have any feelings on Pat Healy, or am I the only one?
I don't really, one way or the other.
You know, he's done a lot of stuff outside the UFC, which probably why I like him. And he's fought in Quebec too a few times. He's alright. He's alright. Robert Whittaker drops out of his fight at UFC 221, which fucking sucks for everybody because that's in Australia.
Yes.
And very big fan base there for Whittaker. But he's getting replaced by Yoel Romero, and he's going to fight for the interim belt against Rockhold. Yay!
Yeah. I have a feeling he was training a little too hard and popped his ACL again.
That'd be terrible.
It's ACL. Sorry, it's undisclosed, but like he popped his ACL, had the surgery,
and then the fucker who popped it the first time gets the fight.
Dude, but like he popped it.
Ooh, but this could lead to Yoel versus Robert Whittaker now. I'd watch that fight again.
Yeah. All in all, I think Romero would likely beat Rockhold.
Yeah, probably. But I don't know, man. Rockhold, when he's determined, he's capable of doing shit.
Like I've seen interviews and stuff, he does not seem into.
No, and his last fight was not super great either. And he seems like he's checked out, and I think he doesn't like the UFC, and it kind of shows in his fights. He's just like, I'm just here to get money.
That's pretty much what I'm seeing from the whole thing.
And then they moved Chael versus Rampage to the headliner of the next Bellator this weekend instead of Lima versus McDonald, which was the original main event. I don't know why they bumped that down. I kind of get it because it's Chael and Rampage, the bigger names. But we got a title on the line and this fucking McDonald.
I don't know, like Rory's a pretty big name, and
Rory's pretty big, and Lima. I feel like people are underestimating Lima, and that fight could actually be really good.
Well, I'm not. Yeah, it could be a pretty good fight, but if Rory doesn't win, I'd be.
Oh, I'm not saying that Rory will
horribly
lose, but I'm just saying. I don't think people realize that Lima is actually very capable, and he's a champ for a reason. He's beaten a lot of people that Bellator actually think like they push as their superstars, and whoops, this guy just keeps wrecking.
Yeah. But again, like Daly was in the UFC, and was he even a top 10?
Were there even rankings back then?
Yeah, there would have been ranking, but like he was losing to Koscheck, and Koscheck was dry humping.
Well, he did lose to Koscheck.
But Koscheck was essentially just dry humping him for 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I liked Semtex before that, but
I don't know.
Nowadays, he looks okay in Bellator. His last few fights have been good.
Just how badly McDonald just destroyed Daly was just like, what did you think was going to happen?
In
honestly,
his hometown.
Yeah, like I don't.
I don't know if it was hometown, but home city, home country for
country,
sure.
Yes. Like I just don't think I don't like.
Oh, I like the reception of McDonald because it was like, he's cool. We like him.
Yeah.
Cool Canadian guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they wanted to get excited for a second, and then they were like, oh, well, wait. No.
But yeah, he's fighting Daly, so that doesn't work. You were supposed to go for Daly, but we like Rory more because Daly's a douche.
Yeah. And then after he won, everybody was like, okay, yeah, cool. That was awesome. Cool. Woo.
Yeah.
It was a funny reception because if it would have been anybody else except McDonald, they would have been going crazy and booing like mad. But no, it's Rory. He's like, he's in our Commonwealth. We got to support him a little bit. All right. So this weekend, there's a lot of events that we'll get to. LFA 30. I got a few noteworthy things that happened. There's a pretty cool punch KO here. One punch from Christian Aguilera. He KO'd Macron Mendoza. And here you go. I'll get to it right now. Bam! It was just straight up like, oh no, was this the one punch KO? I might have gotten the fights confused.
There was the kick.
Oh,
he went to go for the jumping kick, and then it was just like, boom! No, you don't do.
No, this was the one punch KO. Yeah, it was right up against the cage. He was on the ground for like a good 10 minutes after it. Like he was down and out, which was because the knockout didn't look that bad, but like if you see him after he bounces off the cage, like he kind of just slumps down to the ground and he just stays there. I don't even know if the replay actually shows that, but oh yeah, right there. Here you go. His body he's out. Like he's out cold. So yeah, it was a pretty good knockout. Went to 2 rounds, that one. That happened in the second. And then another one. I don't know if I even have the one that you're talking about, but this is a rear naked choke that happened. It's a pretty good one, too, from Jordan Wright. He defeated Craig Wilkerson. And the reason I played it is because it was like he had a spinning kick that led to a takedown. Well, so the dude tried to take him down, actually, and then he got his back right away. And the choke was in for like a good 30 seconds. Like it was in there, and I don't know how the dude didn't tap out for the longest time. I guess he just has a really strong neck. So that fight was really good. And then the main event of LFA 30, Curtis Millender was looking for this freaking head kick this whole fight. Like literally the first 10 seconds, he threw this backhand and then a kick right behind it. And he missed it. And he did the exact same thing in the second round. And he caught it. I'm going to actually make this less see-through. That is too see-through. All right. So, yeah, it was a freaking awesome knockout. But he was looking for it the whole fight. And I would say the fight was one-sided. It was kind of back and forth in the first round. But it wasn't super exciting. Like, you could tell the dude was just looking for the kick the whole fucking time. So, it was just weird that he even got it. But hey, it was an awesome knockout. He fucking knocked him out. But he was up pretty soon after the knockout, hugging him and all that. So it wasn't like that other knockout where the dude was out forever. But man, he like slid on his ass for a little bit after he got KO'd on that one. So it's pretty impressive. But the way he fell, like his head didn't really hit the ground. Like it was mostly his shoulders. So it was good that he fell sideways like that, because otherwise he might have really gotten knocked out really bad. So that was LFA number 30. That's on Access TV, sometimes on Fight Network in Canada, but for some reason it wasn't in Canada this weekend. There was the ACB that I talked about. Pat Healy lost. Let's see. There's a few fights. I sent you the gifs of this one too. Adam Aliev defeated Ed Nielsen Barros via KO. His first time this Brazilian got KO'd. This was the one punch KO that I was thinking of. Straight up, like he kind of walked into it and like he kind of like launched him in the air. I missed the beginning of it, but there it is again. Bam! He was like walking into it, so it was like the combo of two forces combining into his face. So that's why he got knocked out on that one. That was a good KO on ACB. So ACB had 21 fights, Steiner. It started at 8 a.m. and it finished at 4:30 p.m. Dude,
Holy
that's fucking
shit.
crazy. So ACB, do you know who commentates on that? Who is the color commentator?
Who?
Frank Mir.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. So, you know, I had to listen to Frank Mir I didn't listen to it for the whole 8 hours. I watched the last 4-ish hours. And then I recorded it, so that's how I got all these GIFs.
I'm assuming that would not, they wouldn't have the half an hour rule or whatever. They would just be going fight.
Oh, yeah, no, it's just fight. They took a few breaks here and there, I assume, so that everybody could go piss and all that good shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty constant. Then this one is Yusuf Amarov defeated Ronder Jr. A lot of Russians versus Brazilians on this card. And this was the main event. It's pretty cool. He was like uppercutting him while he was like on the ground after he already got uppercutted once. And he just got uppercutted like 5 times on the ground. and yeah, he was still in it, but those last few punches, the ref should have probably... Well, I don't know. It's pretty good. It was a pretty good stoppage. I don't know why I'm going to stop talking now about this fight. It's pretty good. So yeah, ACB, I don't know. I really like ACB. They're usually pretty good events. And then Invicta also had a card on Saturday because for some reason UFC was on Sunday this week, which is why I thought today was Sunday and not Monday. God damn UFC screwing up my schedule. Anyways, so yeah, Invicta had a few good fights. Helen Peralta defeated Jade Ripley. Holy crap. Jade could take some punches, man, because she was pretty much out on her feet at the end of this one when she took the last 3-4 punches, because she was like basically trying to clinch her. She was like desperately trying to clinch her, but she couldn't do it because she was out of it. Like she was just flailing her arm trying to grab her, and the ref stepped in to save her because she was getting punched a lot. So that was a good way to start off the event because this was actually the first fight of Invicta. So actually the Invicta event, I'm not going to say was the best event of the weekend because the UFC was really good too, but the Invicta was really good. So Mallory Martins defeated Tiffany Masters. Tiffany Masters was actually on Dana White's Tuesday Night Contenders. I believe it was the only women's fight. There might have been 2, but she's actually I think she's Native American from Wisconsin. So there's a few Native Americans kind of stepping out right now, especially I guess females only. There's no. I would love, do you remember Tatanka from WWE? Sure, I would love that in the UFC. That'd be amazing. That's why I kind of like Ngannou. Like, just let Ngannou wear his whatever the hell African garb. I don't know what country it is. Sorry. I wish I... Where is he from? Is it... Oh, I had it. Is it... He's not from Haiti, is he?
I highly doubt it, no.
Anyways, he's from Africa somewhere. And, yeah, like, that's... Anyways, I just want, like, more culture, I guess, like, or just not Adidas anymore. I just don't want Adidas. Just have people in there that just have, like, some cool clothing and just stand out. I miss that. I honestly do. Do you remember that Matrix entrance that one time? I forget who did that. Who even did that?
No.
They all looked like the bad guy from Matrix, the bald dude. No.
The bald dude.
The bald dude that, there's like 1,000 of him.
He wasn't bald.
Well, whatever the fuck. Dude, it's been a million years.
Agent Smith was not Agent bald.
Thank you. Yes, he's not bald. I'm getting people screwed up. Sorry, God, he's not Hitman. I know that now. Okay? God. So, Felicia Spencer... this was crazy. This isn't even anything about the end of the fight because this fight wasn't all that super amazing. But she was there you go. She was throwing freaking knees while she was getting guillotined standing up. It's pretty crazy. So that's why I got this gif. So I just thought that it was interesting and she was kneeing her in the head. Like she's pretty flexible. Her legs can freaking get up to her head while she's getting guillotined. That's pretty cool. So thought I'd point that out. That was Felicia Spencer, if I didn't say that already, doing those knees. I think she lost the fight, though. I don't even remember. And then the main event of Invicta, who was it? I didn't have any replays because it was 5 rounds, but it was really good. It was for a title. I'm gonna go look it up before I move on to UFC because Sarah Kaufman, that's right, and she defeated Penny Kianzad. Okay, so it wasn't for a title, but Penny Kianzad, sure. It was a really good fight. It went the whole 3 rounds, and it was 30-27. Kind of leads you to believe that it was super one-sided, but I mean, it was competitive, especially that first round. But Penny just got really tired, and that's what really caused her to not win the 2 last rounds. But that first round was kind of close. But anyways, it was a good fight. I liked the Invicta. All right, and then we are moving on to the UFC that happened on Sunday. It was the main event of, well, should we talk about the main event first? Because I guess it doesn't really matter. Choi, Superboy Choi versus Jeremy Stevens. Who the fuck is that guy? You know, I can't do any accent, so I'm not even gonna try. So it was a pretty good fight. I thought it might have been ended a slightly early, considering who Choi is, but I guess you don't want him
that's
to
kind
get
of what I was
punched
thinking
a lot
as well.
too,
But
so, I don't hate the stoppage. It just that one punch, he didn't take the full impact of it because his head was like kind of like backing up, and then when he got hit, you know, it was like a lancing hit kind of. But then the first hit he took on the ground was also pretty big, and then there was elbows. So I don't hate it, but I don't love it. You know, I'm not going to destroy the ref on this decision at the end of the day. But I like the fight. The first round was, oh man, here's the thing about this event. The crowd fucking sucked. Never go back to fucking St. Louis. Please. Please. They fucking were terrible. They were booing shit that I was just like, really? Like, I guess Usman and Mech was super hyped, but I thought that fight was really good.
I thought it should have been especially... No, it was the women's fight, I guess. They were booing during, and I think it should have been stood up in the first round.
They were booing during... weren't they booing during Stevens and Choi at one point?
No. I'm sure... Well, if they were, then they were fucking more...
Well, and then there was USA chants, too, and like, fucking... Come on, get out of here.
Like, I don't... Like, yeah, like, I don't know. Yeah, I agree that there was definitely booing during the Mech. Was it Meek or Mac? I don't know. Mac.
It's spelled Meek, but it's pronounced Mech, yeah.
Yeah. Like, there was definitely booing there, and the referee was warning that he was going to stand them up, and then shit, what's his name? I just completely blanked on his phone. Yeah, Usman.
Yeah. No, I really like that fight. That fight was back and forth. I like the ground game, and the ground game wasn't boring. That's the thing. They were really...
Well, he was sitting on him a little bit. I can't remember if it was the first or second.
Usman, in the first round, after he got out of the... Was it a guillotine? Yeah.
The very start. Yeah.
He did, just to prove a point, but it wasn't like it was, holy shit, he did it for 2 minutes. It was like 20
No, but the referee warned him you need to start moving, and then he started doing shit. But he did just sit on him for like 30 seconds.
Yeah, but then after that, Mech got another submission attempt. So it's just like,
yep.
I really like this fight. It was very bloody.
No, I had no issue with the fight. Mech obviously had an issue because he was held down. He was just pissed off.
Hey, well, that's up to you to fucking get out of it.
Yes. And he understood that, and he congratulated.
And he got destroyed in the third round with fucking elbows and punches in the ground and pound. So I like this fight. It's just like people just hyped it up to be a stand-up game, I guess.
Yeah, which
that's not really what it was.
Like whenever Mech was on his feet, he definitely lit him up pretty well, and then just
Mech did
Usman
actually
just had
really good.
wanted nothing to do with that.
Considering that you look at the score, that's 30-27. Like,
yeah,
like that makes it seem like it was super one-sided. But no, Mech. I thought Mech did really good in this fight.
No, he definitely did. Like whenever they were standing up, he was definitely getting the better of it. It's just then he was taken down and could not get back up. Oh, and he got up a few times, but then it was just
especially in the third. The third, not only could he not get up, he was getting destroyed too. So
yeah.
All right. Let's just start with the very beginning of the UFC Fight Pass card. I was kind of paying attention to the Fight Pass card. Honestly, my favorite fight of the Fight Pass was probably Jessica Ai and Calandra Faria. Even though the fight wasn't that great, there was a head kick in the first round. A few things that happened, but like the fights weren't that great. JJ Aldridge, I guess, and Daniel Taylor, the third round was good. But yeah, these fights weren't that great. That's all I can say about them. Did you watch them?
I didn't see them, no.
Yeah. Mads Burrell and Mike Santiago was okay. It was competitive, but I just, it was weird. It was a weird way to start off this card because it did not get me hyped at all. But then the Fox Sports 1 prelim started, and actually I liked all the fights on this card. Kyo Hong Kang versus Guido Canelli. And, Guido, okay, so I have a gif of this fight. I hated the end of this fight because Guido could have gotten out of it, and I can't believe that he did not even try to get out of it. So he was in a triangle choke.
Yeah, but he picked him up or whatever. Like, he had to have been exhausted.
He picked him up, but why did he slam him down?
Why didn't he?
Yeah, why didn't he? If he's exhausted and you go to the cage, you're not going to hold him up on the cage for fucking 30 seconds. So just fucking slam him down.
And try it.
Yes. He would, dude.
The thing is, if he doesn't slam him perfectly, the choke will get tighter.
Yes, okay, yes. But when you have a triangle choke above you,
I agree, and that likely
and he
would have
doesn't let go of the triangle, you fucking slam that fucker.
Slam him and try, yeah.
Because his legs are still locked, so he's not getting out. He's not getting out. There's no time to unlock his legs and get out if you're already slamming him down.
Yes.
So I just can't. Oh man,
like that likely was his. It would have been a better decision because it could have knocked the guy out or hurt him enough that it would have loosened his legs and then he could have pulled. But
I was so pissed when I saw this.
Yeah, I think standing up like he did was not a good idea.
Well, the thing about the stand up is, Ho Kang, Kyung Ho Kang also, he kind of like helped him get him up. Because yes, it was also him pulling him up, but like Ko Hong also like he like oriented himself into the power bomb position. You know what I mean? Like he kind of like sat up. You know, he did a sit up while he was pulling him up.
Well, it's because he was locking in the triangle choke.
Yeah, but he could have pulled back. He could have. There was a few things he could have done except fucking.
Yeah, well, he sat up to clinch. Like he sat up to get his leg in and properly situate everything.
Either way, I hated this end.
It was timing wise of why that would have looked.
The fight was okay though.
Yeah, no, like there was nothing wrong with it. It was just
But the end got me hyped. Yeah. The end got me hyped. That's for sure.
It was interesting.
And then there's a women's bantamweight fight between Irene Aldana and Taima Bernardo. And Bernardo she couldn't do anything. That was the story.
Well, it was. Yeah, it was just the size difference, but there was just a huge ability difference from Bernardo was ground and then Aldana was stand up. Like so whenever, but then Bernardo, she just held her down, didn't do anything. And this was the fight that I was talking about that the ref should have stood up a few times in the first round or. Like she was just sitting on her for 2 minutes probably in the first round, and the ref didn't stand them up.
Yeah.
I
mean,
that was after. Like she was just sitting. She was just sitting on her after Aldana rocked her. So she went for the takedown after getting rocked and just sat on her, recuperating or whatever. And the ref didn't say or do anything. for quite some time. And that's when people were booing, is that she was just literally laying on top of her, holding her as tight as she could, so neither of them could move. But whatever.
Yeah, and then the next fight was Marco Polo Reyes and Matt Frivola. And this went to the first round, 4 minutes. Was that? Oh, no, it ended at 4:03.
Yeah.
Man, this site is weird. I hate it. It should say it ended in 57 seconds.
Well, the fight was 57 seconds.
Yes, but it was round 1, 4:03. That's just, it should, that's... it should just count up to 5 minutes. Just count up to 5 minutes. Just get rid of this bullshit so then we could just say it was 57 seconds in. We know it goes up to 5 minutes. Anyways, no, this fight was really good. It was short, but they punch each other a lot. And it's, man, Marco Polo at the end he was just moving forward and just swinging at the end. Like he didn't even care. It just became a slugfest, and he won.
Yeah.
So, it was, I don't know, whatever. It was 57 seconds of just punching, and it was good.
Both of them got clipped quite a few times within that minute. So,
tough chins. That the punch that landed was pretty much well placed on the temple, and it was it was on the chin. It's just, I guess he was loosened up, and it just fucking rattled him. Because it was definitely on the chin. His head swung around. All right, and then Kraus and White. This fight was okay because it was a story of Kraus trying to get it on the ground, and White kind of destroying him when it wasn't.
Yeah,
especially in the second and the third. In the first round, it was closer, but there was something about the second and the third where White was just going after it.
White had his timing.
down
really. Like Kraus just could not figure out the timing, and White just had that timing. And so Kraus just had to take him down and
pretty much just hold him.
Yeah,
he didn't do much on the ground with it. So Kraus won. The hell am I saying?
Yes,
Kraus won. It was a close fight, but maybe if this went to 5 rounds, Alex White would have won. Maybe.
Well, on the feet, if you could, yes.
The takedowns were definitely getting harder for him.
Well, so before the Ultimate Fighter, was Kraus fighting at lightweight or welterweight?
I do not remember.
Yeah, because this is his first fight since the Ultimate Fighter, or like yes, he had one in the finale or whatever, but it was at doesn't catch weight of 65.
People can't even seem to remember that Choi versus why am I blanking on his name? Freaking Choi's last fight.
Swanson?
Yeah, Swanson. People don't even realize that was in 2016. So,
Yeah.
I don't remember a lot of stuff either.
I knew it was 2016. But
I
noticed, he took a lot of time off, likely because that fight was just so fucking brutal. Now, again, going up Stephen Thompson being your next fight after that much of a fucking beat, I don't know if that was a great idea, because he just pretty much is now in the same spot. But
well, it was less of a beating.
Less time, but sheer impact of.
That's the thing. I only think one punch fully landed, and it was the one on the ground.
Yeah, no, that one punch on the ground, fucking brutal though.
All right, let's go to the main card. Elkins versus Johnson. Johnson. I just think that Johnson got overconfident in this fight, and
that's pretty much exactly what I was. Yep.
He got his back taken really easily too, but I guess he was kind of hurting before it too. So, I mean, for the first round wasn't that great. The second round was way better. They were going at it way more in the second round, I thought, which led to the takedown, which led to the choke. So. Yeah, the first round was okay. The second round was where the action was. A lot of punching, which led to the takedown, which led to the rear naked choke from Elkins. I thought Johnson was probably winning it, though, to to that point. He definitely won the first round.
Yes. The second round, I'm not sure. Like, Elkins had a fair bit of control on the ground, so I don't know. But yeah, like, I would definitely agree. Johnson definitely took the first round. So
if Johnson could have gotten out, though, that's the thing. Like,
yes,
he gave up his back really easily.
Yeah, and then that choke was in deep, and he was
Oh yeah, that was immediately under the neck too. So
yep.
We already talked about Usman and Mech, Van Zandt and Clark. I guess the main thing to point out here is that Van Zandt broke her arm apparently. And
no, well, she released the X. No, dude, it's a full break.
Oh yeah. Oh well, apparently, no, it is broken. It is broken.
Yeah. So no, but that happened in the first round. She went it happened in the first round. So she went through like 13 or 12 minutes with that fucking broken arm, and went through that triangle while she was grabbing her fucking arms to try to get the triangle tighter. Having your arm broken that badly and having it then being pulled, or having to pull, like, holy fuck balls, that had to have been painful.
Yes.
But yeah, no, she got through that triangle, and then the third round, she won the third round, I thought, quite convincingly. One of the judges didn't give it to her, which I don't fully understand how, but
yeah, I don't know how they didn't give it to her.
Like that third round was definitely Van Zandt. First two rounds, no, but that third round was definitely Van Zandt. Like, the amount of clean kicks she landed, like, I would have thought would have given her the round by itself, but whatever. Like she definitely lost. So
yeah, for sure. So Jessica Rose Clark, sorry, she got her place robbed, and when they were robbing her, they kicked her cat, and they had to put the cat down. That's just, it's hard to think that shit still happens in 2018. Like, you would think that people would want to rob, social insurance numbers and credit card numbers and all that stuff, instead of kicking cats for a television that's probably worth what, $100.
Yeah, well, would he? I don't even know if it would be $100, honestly.
Yeah, that's the thing. The second you use a TV, it goes down in value.
Yeah,
bad.
no, but like you're selling it hot or whatever. So like,
yeah, you got to get rid of it fast too. So
fast. So you're talking like $50, and then whatever. Like, you're talking about all that electronic. Like, you may have been able to get like $500 or $600.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's hard to imagine fucking people breaking into houses in 2018 for just shit.
Yeah.
Maybe they
like, if like if it's a what's the word I'm looking for? Like, they know who you are and they know you have a safe or something like that with fucking gold bars or something like that. Okay, fine. Yeah, that. Well, you're an idiot for keeping gold bars on in your house, but like, there are people that do that because they don't trust banks. But then somehow someone overhears you saying, "Yeah, I got fucking 5 gold bars in my safe at home." Well, then they follow you home.
They're totally safe, dude.
Yeah.
They're in like 3 safes. Nobody's ever gonna get in there.
But like, just breaking into a random person's home, like, it's either stupid teenagers just trying to have a thrill, or fucking like meth addict.
Well,
those are the only.
Taking a cat is the thing that it's got to be somewhat drug related.
Yeah.
Even if it is teenagers.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and it could still have been teenagers doing high on something, trying to get some money to get more shit or something stupid too. So,
because, like, say somebody breaks into my house and like literally takes my 3 screens, my computer. What else is valuable here? And that's about it. Maybe my dishwasher. Like, you could maybe get $400 if you hawk it. Maybe at the most. Like, my computer. Yeah, but that's my computer's probably worth $5 right now. You want?
Well, the thing, like, if you were to sell it over Kijiji, you might be able to get like $50 to $100 because it does have an OS, it does have this, it does have that. So if you're selling it legitimately, you might be able to get like $100, $150. If you're hawking it, like, it's hot. So like, trying to sell it over, holding onto it and trying to sell it over Kijiji, there's a pretty good chance that you're gonna get caught. So you don't typically do that type of shit.
Yes.
there are people that have been caught that way, so there probably is a lot of hot shit on Kijiji, but whatever, like, you don't, to not get caught, you have to get rid of it as fast as possible.
That's why you go to the store and you steal it from the store, and then hopefully nobody notices it, and then you sell it.
Yeah.
You don't go to somebody's place and kick their cat. It's bad.
But some fucked up shit.
Well, okay,
I'm sure.
It's all bad. It's all bad, but you know, it's levels of bad. Okay, so that's about it for the results, right?
Yeah, we went over Troy and
the UFC was pretty good considering that the 2 can fights happened. Because the 2 can fights would have actually been okay. Zach Cummins usually performs pretty okay, and he was against a Brazilian.
We didn't say that in the news of what happened.
Oh yeah, so Zach Cummins apparently he slipped out of the tub and hit his head on the way down.
Pretty badly, apparently.
He hit the back of his fucking head. So if you're hitting the back of your head in any situation, usually that's pretty bad.
Yeah, during a weight cut. No. And he got a couple, I think 8 stitches, if I remember correctly.
I forget.
So
I just saw him tweeting.
Fucking head. Like he it was a full out like fuck boom.
Yeah.
Like.
And then the other one I got canceled is Vitor Belfort versus Uriah Hall. And Uriah, we didn't know what happened to him initially. We just know that he didn't weigh in. That's all I knew. It's just he didn't weigh in. He didn't even show up, and that was it. And then it was medical reasons. But then apparently you said that Paige Van Zandt tweeted that he just passed out walking to the
that he was walking to the weigh-ins and he passed out mid-stride, pretty much, and that outside, and then was rushed to hospital.
That's not good.
And then he spent Saturday night in the hospital, was confirmed, and that we still have not heard anything of what the fuck. So I don't know. Could be anything. Could be nothing. Could have been just the weight cut, or it could have been fucking aneurysm. We have no idea.
It is weird to me that the UFC never vocalizes any of that stuff.
Yeah.
Because even when the WWE literally killed Owen Hart and they talked about it. It's like, oh, sorry, he died tonight. That sucks. Yeah. They literally said that on the air.
I know that he was rushed to. I remember them saying he was he was rushed to the hospital that night.
Yeah, that night before the main event, they said that he died.
They indicate that he was dead. Okay. Yes. I know they said they had a whole thing of Raw the next night.
Yeah, and then the next night it was all for Owen too. So yeah, I'm not saying UFC needs to do that. Just fucking say something.
Yeah.
Say something.
But the thing is, I don't
say that he fucking medical reasons, and now he's good. Now he's in the hospital and he's responding.
I don't
say something.
That's the thing. I don't know what. There has been nothing, so that to me would indicate that something is wrong.
Well, Ariel Helwani's show is on right now, so he might have some details.
Well, he might be trying to talk to some people. Yes, I don't know, but
we shall see.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. No news in this case. If someone and you hear nothing, it typically is okay, family has to hear first, and then other people will hear. But that might not be true. That might be
yes
true,
and no. I mean, that makes sense when it's something criminal, but when it's for athletics, usually even the NHL when shit goes down, it's hey, undisclosed reasons this dude is out, but he's good. He's
if he's good, they say that. If he has an aneurysm that freaking went off in his head, then they don't say that.
Well, they'll say he's still in the hospital. I haven't heard that from the UFC.
No, what I read was from Ariel tweeting that he was in the hospital, conscious but in the hospital.
Yeah, it's weird because I guess NHL also has their own reporting team and all that. So.
Yes, and that is another the NFL and NHL and all that shit have all this shit in place.
Mm-hmm. And
UFC doesn't.
UFC has UFC.com. They do have people that work for them that report. That's weird. It's weird.
Yeah,
because they have Megan O'Leary. She does a bunch of shit, and she's pretty much a UFC employee. So
I don't know. But relative to what the NHL, each team has their own shit and everything.
Well, yeah, but the NHL
itself.
is not a team. or they don't have teams, I should say.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of UFC. There's a lot of MMA this week. There is an Alaskan Fighting Championship Wednesday night at midnight Eastern Time. If you're into that, watch some fat Alaskans go at it. Even the small ones are fat, so get used to it.
Court McGee. No, not Court. What was it? No, what's the Alaskan?
I don't. Now I don't.
It wasn't Court McGee. It was the guy that was from the Ultimate Fighter. That was from Alaska. The weird dude that fought in some actual like Reebok shorts opposed to fighting shorts.
I do not remember. I wish I remembered.
He was in the season with Koscheck and GSP. He had his own guillotine name.
Guillotine name. Is it Von Flew?
No, Von Flew was the one that did the reverse guillotine choke thing.
Yeah.
And because they didn't actually have a name for it, they just named it after him.
Then I don't remember. Tough Alaskan. Here we go. Hopefully it'll give me something. Cody McKenzie?
Yeah, McKenzie. Okay. I had McGee, McKenzie. I don't know. There's some weird.
That was GSP and Koscheck?
Yep. Because that. Yeah.
Man, I thought, I guess McKenzie's been fighting for way longer than I realized. 2010. It's not that long ago, I guess. It's still pretty long ago. All right, so that's on Wednesday. And then LFA is back on Friday this week. It's Moffitt versus Lee, LFA 31. That main event is fucking amazing. Thon Lee usually KOs some motherfuckers, so that should be a good fight. And is it lightweight belt? I forget what weight class they're at, but that's for a belt. And that's on January 19th, 9 p.m. on Access TV in the United States. I don't think it's on Fight Network in Canada, which sucks. One championship, Kings of Courage, is live from, I think it might have been Singapore. I forget where it is this weekend. But that's Saturday, January 20th at 5:45 a.m. on their Facebook for their prelims. And then the pay-per-view is on onepayperview.com. You spell that out, onepayperview.com for $10. I'm going to buy it. Because why not? And then Bellator 192, Lima versus McDonald. Oh, I guess it's Rampage versus Chael now. It's happening January 20th, Saturday at 7 is when the prelims start, and then 9 p.m. is the main card. And simultaneously, the UFC is going on. That's UFC 220, Miocic and Nagano. 6:30 p.m. is when the Fight Pass prelims start. 8 p.m. is when the TV prelims start. And 10 p.m. Eastern Time is when the pay-per-view starts. I'm kind of interested in seeing the numbers at the end of the day, because I think a lot of people are going to cheapen out and watch Bellator. That's just a prediction of mine. But I will be very interested to see the numbers. Either way, I think that both of them will do very good. Because those the cards are, for a Bellator card, it is excellent, and for a UFC card, you couldn't ask for a better one right now. There's literally no better card you could put together right now, unless Conor came back and GSP miraculously fucking healed, and a bunch of stars aligned. Then yeah, sure, you could do a better card. But I'm dealing with realism here, man. I'm a realist.
As the pay-per-view, absolutely, I would agree. It's the TV stuff. I'm not sure on the UFC one.
I guess they don't really need to stack the TV stuff.
Yeah.
In this night, because they really do want to get people to tune into the pay-per-view and not.
Yeah, no, that pay-per-view.
Bellator.
Like the pay-per-view is pretty good. Like. Yes.
Because they've known about Bellator for a good long time. So it's not like, oh my God, Bellator's on this night too. Oh, we're shocked. So no. So
I have no fucking, for Cormier and I have no fucking clue what's going to happen there.
Cormier is winning.
Well, Ozdemir actually can knock him the fuck out if he does try to stand with it. If he doesn't go straight for a takedown, Ozdemir can knock him the fuck out.
We'll see, man. We'll see. He's got to catch him is the problem. Because even if he doesn't take him down, Cormier doesn't have that many, openings on his feet. Like he's not the foot, he's not the master.
Yeah, but he does get hit. Like he does get hit. There's people that do hit him.
Sure.
Ozdemir he doesn't have necessarily the power. He's more like Conor McGregor, that he has the accuracy and has the timing, and he gets that. And he knocks motherfuckers out.
Oh, he has timing, but his name is No Time. That's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited for the fight. I mean, something could happen.
Yeah,
it's
no,
more
yes,
than I can say about other Cormier fights.
Yes.
Like Cormier versus Silva.
Well,
I'm super hyped for that fight.
The Rumble fight, but then again, what the fuck? He tries to wrestle the wrestler.
Okay, that fight I was hyped for, yes, but man, Rumble, that sucked for him. And then he retired.
He did it twice. Yeah, he did it twice. He tried to wrestle the wrestler twice.
That's super weird. That whole thing was weird. Man.
It's almost like it was a backroom deal of like black on black crime's not going to happen. You can take my back and choke me out twice. Like I don't fucking get it. Like what Rumble does against everyone else, and he does the exact opposite against Cormier. It just makes no fucking.
By the way, what you just said about the black on black crime, that doesn't make sense because the black on black crime still went down.
But it was like the least amount of violence as possible.
Okay, sure.
We both get paid. You keep your belt, and no one gets hurt.
You show some sensitive people a choke, and they'll be like, "Oh my god!" They'll do that.
Yeah, but no one got hurt. It's not like freaking Rumble.
Tell them that they'll be like, "But he got choked. How can he not be hurt?"
Or is it like Rumble fought Texera, and dude, he nearly fucking killed him. Texera was out for like 5 minutes.
And then Miocic and Ngannou. I think a lot of people are discounting Ngannou. Miocic.
Yeah, no, that's the interesting fight because I have no fucking clue.
I guess I would pick Miocic, but I would have to see the odds if I would have. Yeah. If I'm just picking, it's Miocic. If I'm betting, then I don't know. I don't think I would bet on this one.
Yeah, I kind of agree with that. If I'm betting, I don't like. The thing is, I don't think Stipe is going to fuck around on the feet. I think he's just going to take him down and see what happens when Nagano's on his back.
It's a hard fight to judge because
now the thing is,
because if you just compare their opponents, I think Stipe has faced a way higher quality opponents.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And the dudes that Francis have beaten lately are dudes that Miocic has already KO'd like a year or so ago. So it's not like, oh my god, Overeem's never been KO'd.
No, but again,
before.
So there's Anthony Hamilton, which has lost like 5 in a row, and I don't think he fought in November. So
he's lost that last fight because he got DQ'd. Wasn't he the dude that kicked the dude? Decision is he lost decision. I guess I'm getting them confused.
And then he Arlovsky, Arlovsky's Arlovsky.
Yes, Arlovsky got also beaten by Stipe. So
yeah,
a very long. That might have been 2 years ago. I think that was before his belt.
And then he just like Overeem. So like. Okay, fair enough. That was an uppercut. Hell, but again, Stipe beat Overeem as well. So, and somewhat similar fashion, like knocked him out. So it's okay. I don't. The thing is, like, if this goes out of the first round, what is got?
I don't know. Because has he ever been out of the first?
His first fight ended like a minute into the second round.
Okay, so that's not that bad. So we know that he can go a minute into the second. Yeah,
of a 5-round fight.
Oh,
so
right.
No, his second fight in the UFC was also a doctor stoppage in the second round. But then you had first round KO, first round submission. That was the standing armor plata or
I guess we could talk about
whatever that was.
Bellator too. So I'm gonna pick McDonald, even though I think that fight's probably gonna go to 3 rounds.
The distance.
Yeah.
Do you think? Well, that's the thing. Do you think McDonald will finish him, or do you think it will go to decision?
Well, that's my pick. 3 rounds, decision. Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah, but it would be 5 rounds. It's a
5 rounds.
fight.
Well, yeah. 5 rounds. That's I meant.
I don't think it will go 5.
I don't know. We'll see.
If it was a 3-round fight, then okay, maybe. But I don't think. I think McDonald will be able to push the pace in round 4 and 5 and finish him.
Possibly.
The end of the 4th.
And then Chael and
I don't give a shit. I honestly do not give a shit.
I don't give a shit either. But like, who the fuck do you pick in that fight? Because Chael theoretically could maybe hold him down, but can he really? That's the thing. Can he really hold down Rampage?
Okay, no. The question is, does Rampage give a shit?
I think he does. I think he wants to beat Chael for sure. After that, I don't know. I don't know if he really cares about the tournament all that much.
No, but was he training? Like, what was his training? Like, I'm sure Chael is going into like he's fighting Anderson Silva again. He's going in training
sure.
hard every day.
No. So Chael is kind of like joking that he's not training, but he's clearly training.
Yeah, no, I'm absolutely sure he is. If Rampage is just doing mitts like 2 or 3 times a week and not really giving a shit, just showing up for a paycheck, I say Chael wins. I just don't. I haven't seen any interviews on anyone talking or anything.
Oh yeah,
happening.
really? They've been doing a Bellator countdown with those two.
I don't pay attention to Bellator.
I watch it. So. I watch those countdowns because.
Is that on?
Mainly, I want to be entertained. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
I just want to be entertained when I watch those countdowns, and sometimes they're boring when they have boring people on. But you're not going to be bored when you're watching Chael and Rampage. So,
I really don't like Rampage but
me neither. Well, I'm not going to say that I hate him, but he's got a personality, and I can see how it is polarizing, and how there's no middle ground with him. It's either you love him or you hate him. It's kind of like Connor. He's very opinionated and he's very talkative. It's kind of like me, I guess, but better. So yeah, that's it, man. For this weekend.
Rampage is going to be significantly larger now. Is that going to be muscle or is that going to be fat?
I think it's a little bit of both.
Well, obviously, but the thing, like with what he looked like against King Mo, horrible against King Mo.
Hopefully,
if that Rampage shows up, if that Rampage shows up, Chael will win.
Mm-hmm. So they have Aaron Pico versus Shane Crutchton on this card. Pico, he looked really good in his last fight. Georgi Karakonian versus Henry Corrales, and then Michael Chandler versus Gouti Yamauchi. Sorry, Yamauchi. That Michael Chandler Yamauchi fight could be okay. Gauti's been doing okay in Bellator.
Oh, this countdown thing's funny. They got Rampage running, and his coach is like the dude from Rocky. Like he's like some old
white dude. Yes. Yes. You've never seen that white old dude before?
No.
Yeah, he's been training with him for a good long time. He wants to give him the belt, he says, if he wins it. I think that'll do it. I don't know if I want to talk about any other fights in particular. I already said the LFA main event's going to be good. The Kings of Courage card, I think it's headlined by a women's title fight. Let me just... Oh, yeah.
This is a heavyweight fight, so fucking Chael's going to be... Rampage looks huge here. Both fat and muscle.
Mm-hmm.
So, he looks like he's, 240. Maybe even a bit more than that. Chael's going to be, 210, 220 at most. So, there's going to be a significant size difference.
Oh, yeah. So, this one card... So, the main event is Tiffany Tiao versus Jing Nan Xiang. And it's Singaporean versus Chinese. I know Tiffany. She's been in one for a long time. She's the champ. She's pretty good. Shinya Aoki's in a grappling super match versus Murat Garfurov from Russia.
Is there any word from on Angela?
Oh, Angela Lee. Oh, she's fine.
Lee, yeah,
she's fine. She posts a lot on Instagram and she's training. She's alive.
Yeah, I don't know. She drove her car off a cliff. I don't really fully understand.
She's walking around and doing. Yeah, it's weird, right? She's fucking. Yeah. Oh, talk about that, Matt Hughes. Talk about cars crashing into stuff.
Yes.
Matt Hughes did a walkout.
There was that.
That was pretty amazing. He looked pretty good. Like there was the limp going on, but he looked pretty all right.
Well, I'm assuming he's got a couple of pins in his leg, which is likely why that's happening.
Well, didn't they say that they were maybe considering amputating his ankle or some shit because it was broken that bad?
I don't recall.
Yeah, I forget, but I'm pretty sure that they were close to amputating one of his legs. And it
probably the left because that was what he was limping on.
So that was cool. The thing, it's so weird. It's so weird that they do that on. So they have Matt Hughes. It's like, yay, Matt Hughes, we love him. We've been updating him this whole time, and then the other people that all are dead. It's just whatever. That that Uriah Hall dude that's dead on this card too. That's whatever. That dude's he's over there somewhere. He's cool. He's cool. Let's celebrate Matt Hughes, which I love Matt Hughes.
Well, the thing is,
it's a weird position to be in because I feel I'm in the middle. And it's just like, come on, UFC.
Well, the Hughes shit though, they did somewhat have some updates or whatever through the UFC, but that was also much later. It happened, and then you had news shit doing it, but it wasn't really coming from the UFC until they knew he was alive. Because there was a point when he got out of the coma or whatever.
I want to say UFC.com had a story about Matt Hughes when it happened.
When it first happened.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but it's possible.
Because what I read was not from UFC, but
oh yeah, no, it's very rarely from UFC. Very, very rarely. And if it is, it's a press release from another website that they got from the UFC, and I read it there. Yeah. Anyways, this weekend has a lot of fights, and then the weekend after that also has a lot of fights, and the Royal Rumble. Yeah.
Royal Rumble.
Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of stuff
where they bring in a bunch of old dudes and they get thrown out immediately.
So Raw next week. Next week. So WWE Raw a week from now is the 25th anniversary, and it's literally just a shit show of old people. It's like, here's Stone Cold, here's Undertaker. Hey, John Cena's back for this one episode. The Dudley Boys are there. The Acolytes, Ron Simmons, and
wasn't the Dudley Boys with TNA or whatever?
For a while, yeah.
Okay.
And he was just in ROH, Bubba Ray. So I find it. I guess he's done with ROH since he can go to the WWE.
Well, it does depend on your contract and everything.
Who else was there? I think Shawn Michaels is going to be there. Probably fucking Triple H. I'm trying to think if there's older guys.
Or when you're saying we'll be fighting, or will be?
Nah, probably not. Definitely not Stone Cold.
There.
The Rock is rumored to be there, but it's not official.
Yeah.
Maybe Trish and Lita. Who else is going to be there? But yeah, it's literally just old people. Here you go. Remember when
Trish and Lita?
Remember when we were good in the 90s and it was popular? Oh, Kevin Nash is going to be there. Yeah. Kevin Nash.
But not Razor Ramon.
Oh no, he is there. Yes, Razor Ramon will be there. Ric Flair, back from the dead. The New Age Outlaws is going to be there, which is, to me, that's also interesting because Billy Gunn tested positive for steroids when he was doing a weightlifting competition 2 years ago. And ever since then, he's never been back. So this is his first time that he's going to be back there since testing positive. Yeah. So that's cool, I guess. If you're into old WWE stuff, tune in next week. And to the Rumble. Because Kevin Nash is probably going to be in the Rumble, too. Just putting it out there.
Well, Nash has actually been doing a fair bit of shit recently. Like he's been in movies.
Oh yeah, no, Nash has always he's been acting for a long time. But yeah, he did the stripper movies there. The Mike, whatever it's called.
Magic Mike.
Yeah, Magic Mike. That first movie was great. That second movie, not so much. But like legitimately, that first movie is legitimately a fucking awesome movie, and it has some really funny parts with Kevin Nash and Matthew McConaughey. That might be a reason why the second one's not as good, because McConaughey.
It's just it's G.I. Joe. I can't remember what the fuck.
Yeah.
Tatum.
Well, no, Tatum's in the first one. That's
I know, but it's just Tatum.
Yeah, Tatum and a few of the characters. I think Kevin Nash is in the second one too.
I don't know.
But yeah, he nearly dies in the first one because he does all the coke. He gets a heart attack.
He does seem to be the guy that does, because there was another movie that he was.
The Longest Yard. The Longest Yard. He's on estrogen.
Yeah.
They put him on estrogen, and he
Yes.
during the game.
That's what I'm. Yes.
Yeah.
Why am I? What? You have a fucking like 6'7" or 6'8" guy that's going around.
Yes, a huge
why
dude.
are my nipples so down? What the hell?
Yes. I like him way better as an actor than a wrestler. He's really hilarious as an actor.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
he
is.
is perfect for him as a wrestler. Man, he's always been like the main event dude when he should have been slightly lower than the main event, and then he would have still been good.
Well, the big reason is because he was best friends with Triple H, and Triple H was obviously.
But then when he went to WCW, he was best friends with Hulk Hogan. So I was like,
which him and Hulk Hogan never really got along.
They got along initially, but then the problem with WCW is everybody fucking had creative control over the character, so everybody would clash. Is like, I'm not losing to you. I'm not losing. Blah, blah, blah.
Was that
Kevin Nash at one point? He was a writer at one point, so that's probably where the tension between him and Hulk started.
Yes, probably.
Yeah. Anyways, WCW was a big ass mess. It was super awesome for a little bit there, but fuck, man. Yeah.
Well, it's because WWF got to a point that they had a good direction, and they went that direction.
WWF always had the better office. They always had they always had a better leadership. Like Vince McMahon was always,
McMahon was the leader. He
was the leader, and he had some a lot of subordinates doing a lot of his bidding and all. But WCW was just like, I don't know. I guess you can write, and we'll pay you a lot of money.
He was
and
throwing money at the problem.
That's
what WCW was.
And in some cases, they paid Macho Man's brother, Larry Poffo. I think it was like, was it $500,000 a year or something? It might have been $1 million a year, and he never wrestled once.
Wow.
For WCW, never. There's a lot of stories like that. They were guaranteed contracts too, so if you got injured, it's like, yes, I get to stay home and get paid.
Well, I think, like there should be some sort of, like even the UFC should have some sort of guaranteed contract.
Oh, it's just no, let's not talk about the UFC now. The UFC 100% should have some sort of guarantee.
Well, even WWE or whatever, like they should contracts to a point that you get paid.
Well, so it's a weird thing because when you get injured, they do take care of you. It's not like, well, you're injured, just go home, and I guess we'll see you later.
Yeah, well, that's what it was back in the 80s.
Well, back in the 80s, you could afford to do that because it was a different time.
Yes, absolutely.
Healthcare was also different.
Unless you were Hulk Hogan.
Employment was different, and the wrestling business was different. So if you got injured, usually, it wasn't life-threatening. It was just like,
But then again, I would say...
And then you could go work somewhere else,
I would say the UFC is probably somewhere in like the early 90s where WWE was. As a company and how everything's working and how everything...
Oh, early 90s, sure.
Yeah, early 90s. I'm not talking about like Attitude. I'm talking before Attitude. Because it wasn't until after Attitude that shit started... Well, I guess it went down. Well, Attitude brought it up and then kind of went down and then went back up. But because
early 90s it was pretty much only WWE. You could.
Yeah.
WCW was way popular in the United States, and that's about it.
Yeah. No, I'm like just the like contract. Like, because I remember what Bret Hart wanted $1 million a year back whenever the hell he went over to WCW,
which honestly doesn't. That makes sense. I would have given that to him.
You know, well, it was a match. He said, if you can match Turner, I'll stay with the WWF. But if you can't, like.
And it was strictly about money. It wasn't even about dates. He didn't mind working on the dates.
He wanted to work for the WWE. You're talking like, how many years can I do that? Even if it's $100,000 a year for 10 years, that's $1 million. Like, if I can only do this for 10 years, that's $1 million more in my pocket if I go to WCW.
I don't blame Bret Hart for doing it.
No, I don't.
And the thing about the Bret Hart thing is, he was only
supposed to pleaded with McMahon to match the price because he did not want to go over.
When they took the belt off of him and that shit, he was only supposed to be leaving in like another month. So that was just Vince freaking out for no reason. And they had a precedence in court that...
No, that was the last pay-per-view.
Yeah, that was the last pay-per-view, but he was still supposed to be there for a whole month.
Yes. I don't know. Yeah, he was supposed to be there for more, but he then didn't, obviously. But
yes, obviously. But like legally, he could not be on WCW TV for at least another month.
Yeah.
So the thing, like, it's and the thing about taking the belt off of him is just like they literally could have done it later, and he would have done it no problem. And he couldn't go to WCW with the belt because WCW did that before with the women's belt, and they went to court over that, and WWE already won. So WCW literally could not have done that. So that was just Vince freaking out for no reason.
Well, it was both of them freaking out. It was an ego thing, and both of them. But
so here's another crazy part is the WWE right now reminds me of like the UFC. Only they do the wrong shit all the time. So imagine you have Ronda Rousey and you could write her, okay? And she just wins all the time. And she's a badass and everybody loves her. And then all of a sudden you just decide, let's fucking flip that. Let's make her a bitch and she loses all the time. And, you know, let's imagine you write that in WWE. That's what WWE does with all of their talent right now. They get to a certain point, bam, they knock him down. We can't have this guy be our top dude. And then that literally happens to fucking everybody. So that's why it's so stagnant, and I wish WCW was still around because I feel it would probably force them to actually have stars, where right now the star is WWE. That's the star. You go to when you go to the WWE show, you're going for WWE.
Competition is that's one of the reasons why I want Bellator to do well. It's not that I don't particularly watch Bellator all that much because it's not that great yet, but it's trying to.
It's got a few divisions that are legit.
Yeah, no, I know, I guess, but it's trying, and it's trying really hard, and it's trying, like, it got McDonald, it got Musashi, it's got Bader. I guess those are the three big, like, names that they have that are still at, like, legitimate fighting potential.
Like, Mitrione's fine. Big Country, you know, he's.
Yeah, but Matron is like somewhere around about 5 in the UFC, like ranked 5th.
Oh yeah,
like,
he's not going to break the top. There, he's not going to break the very top.
But Rory was like number fucking like 1 after the fucking champ.
Hey.
Bader was like number 1, number 2.
The heavyweight division anywhere is not so great. So
yes. Which is like freaking. Nagano, like he's won 4 in a row, and now he's getting a title shot. Like, what the fuck?
Well, I mean,
he's destroyed 4 people in a row.
Considering the opponents that he's beaten, especially the last one, it's like, well, what else are you gonna do?
Yeah, I know. But who the fuck else is Stipe gonna fight other than Nagano? Like,
right now, nobody.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't think Kane's ever coming back. So
yeah, and that would be the fight. But then where the fuck? Like, I haven't heard anything from American Top. So.
And it's so obvious that UFC wants fucking Nagano to win. It's so obvious. It's
well, they want the star. Because he'd be the star. Like, he's from Africa. He's the first dude from Africa to then get to this fucking point. So if they get that, then they can try breaking into Africa, which then is a fuck ton of people.
I suppose so.
And then rather than some dude from Cleveland that no one gives a shit about. Like,
hey man, get Drew Carey out there with him. Get the word out.
But yeah, I that is a fight. Overall, skill-wise, Stipe is substantially better. But when you have a dude that can just do the Russian man,
skill-wise, sure. But the thing about Ngannou is I don't really know what he's capable of on the ground. So if he does get taken down, how powerful? Well,
he did the one submission when the guy took back. He just picked up his arm and cranked the motherfucker until the guy tapped. Like, he's just physically strong that he can do certain things.
Well, that's what I'm wondering is what will happen when it goes to the ground.
Yeah,
because obviously it will go to the ground unless it's just a one punch thing.
Yeah, I would think Stipe should try leg kicks and then take him down.
We'll see.
But again, like, Stipe got a fracture. So I can't remember what it was. When he fought Junior. Junior fractured his leg, like broke his leg. And that's why he ended up going, oh shit, okay, my fucking leg's killing me. I got to finish this now, one way or the other. And then just stop Junior.
Yeah, all right. Well, we're going to wrap it up then, I think.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good weekend in terms of MMA, though. It's a good way to start off January. Jeez. This event was good, and this event is probably going to be better. I can't see it being worse. Even if Bellator and UFC doesn't deliver, there's a few other events, like one in the LFA. I'm fairly confident there's going to be some stuff that happens there.
So that isn't, like, Nagano got Arlovsky, which is ranked 12th right now. Then he jumped up to Overeem, which I think is like 2. Yeah. Or was he 1 before that? I can't remember. But so he went from 12th to 1st to then fighting the... Like, I understand beating Overeem essentially gave a title shot, but just have it, like, I guess it's just heavyweights. It's just so different than other divisions.
All right, so watch UFC this weekend. Watch Bellator. If you're a cheap dude, you can watch Bellator. If you don't want to pay for UFC, that's an option this weekend for you. I'll try to watch both at the same time, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's an issue that I see. I don't know.
Well, I definitely can. I have Spike and Fight Pass, and I don't know if I'm actually gonna buy the pay-per-view though. That's the problem. So we'll see.
What Bellator is it?
192. And yes, so ECW, just a quick thought in the chat room. The thing about ECW is by the time it got here in Ontario, it was on TNN, and it was not ECW, that like the TV show that was in Philly. So if you watch the Philly show, that show was better than the TNN show, because the TNN show was pretty much just RVD, Jerry Lynn, Sabu, Balls Mahoney. It was just like the same dudes over and over. It was fine. I liked it. Tajiri. ECW was fine on TNN. It wasn't that. Go back and watch the Philly stuff. Going back and watching some 90s wrestling is okay. It's hard, and you go back and you go like, wow, this is pretty bad. So maybe don't go back and watch 90s wrestling.
Well, late 90s probably wasn't too bad.
Yes and no. There's still a lot of bullshit. Early 90s is probably honestly better, because
it was the late 80s, I think. Is like late 80s was pretty good. So I guess it would have been scattered. Like you'd have people like Jimmy Fly and Macho Man, but then you'd have people like Hulk Hogan, and like Hogan was just a fucking joke as far as
Hogan was awesome in AWA, and then he went to the WWE or WWF, and then was just like, yeah. AWA had a huge opportunity to pretty much be WWF, but they let everybody leave instead of being like, no, hey, you're worth it. I'll give you. They weren't even asking that much. When Hulk left for WWF, it wasn't even that much of an ask. He just kind of was just like, I'm not going to give you that. Sorry. And he left. And then, we all know how it ended. So, yeah. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.